Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, took the stand on Monday, and boy, did he not disappoint. He dished on many embarrassing topics related to the affair of Stormy Daniels, which is at the center of the hush money election interference case that is currently playing out in the courts. Now, during his testimony, Cohen said that Trump was really concerned about the impact that the Stormy Daniels story would have. I sure that makes sense, right? It's embarrassing, allegations on cheating on your, at the time, pregnant wife. That's terrible, right? Yeah, of course you don't want that to get out. But what was he really concerned about that in his marriage? Turns out, no. He was more concerned about his political campaign. In fact, Cohen had said that Trump, quote, women are going to hate me. This is what Trump had said. This is really a disaster. Women will hate me. Guys, they could think it's cool, but this is going to be a disaster for the campaign. The first thought is not, oh my God, Melania is going to be devastated. My wife, my family, oh my God. No, his first thought is, my campaign, women are going to hate it. They're not going to vote for me, which unfortunately he was wrong about. There are still plenty of women who voted for Trump. Now, Cohen went on to say that Trump was not even concerned about his wife learning of the affair because she could be easily replaced. Trump joked that he wouldn't be on the market for long if they divorced over the Stormy Daniels fallout. Cohen said Trump, he wasn't thinking about Melania. This was all about the campaign. Now, that testimony flies directly into the face of the claim that Trump had only paid off Stormy Daniels, not because it actually happened, but, just to prevent the allegations from, embarrassing him, his wife, his family, and all that stuff. Oh my God, I got to keep this out of the public eye because it's such embarrassing, salacious stuff it's going to harm my family. It's going to harm Melania. And in reality, of course, no, this is all about himself. He doesn't give a damn about them, about Melania, about her feelings. It is all about himself and his money, his political campaign. Look, becoming president, by the way, for Trump, it was originally just about making money. I mean, cutting taxes for himself, which he did, and for all the other billionaires out there, gutted regulations for corporations. He did a lot of that. He stuffed as much government money as he could into his own pockets through his own businesses, and contracting with the government. And so, did all of that successful. Okay? And that was pretty much the whole point of the Trump presidency is how much can I steal from the taxpayer? And he stole a lot. And then afterwards decided to take documents home too that didn't belong to him. The theft never ends with Trump. Now, that said, before you feel bad for Melania, understand that apparently she did not mind the Access Hollywood tape, for example. In fact, she even tried to help her husband come up with a spin. Cohen had said that it was Melania who came up with the idea to call the grab them by the whatever tape locker room talk. Oh, no, you see, it's locker room talk. That's all it is. Yeah, say that. Now, right after the Access Hollywood tape came out, that's when the Stormy Daniels stuff came back. And, well, look, she might be upset about that, actually, which, could explain why she hasn't showed up at the trial at all. In fact, the only person to show up on Trump's side has been Eric, and that's of his family members. There's been, of course, hangers-on and sycophants like J.D. Vance that has showed up outside the trial, but when it comes to family members, only Eric has showed up. Hey, Eric, he's still not gonna love you, right? Yeah, even if you show up all the time, he's never gonna love you. Now, look, unsurprising, okay? All of this is unsurprising that Trump is worried more about his political career and that he sees Melania as replaceable. Totally tracks with everything that we know about Trump and how he values or actually doesn't value people. I mean, Melania is what wife number 3? And again, they were married, and he was having sex with a porn star while she was, again, pregnant with Barron. Honestly, what did you expect? I mean, Trump, even his wife, who ex-wife who had died, buried her at Bedminster so that he could get a tax break. That's how much he cares for his wives. Okay? That's how much he cares. Or doesn't. As long as they're useful to him, even in death, he'll use it. Or use them. But again, the damning thing about Cohen's testimony is the fact that all of this is, again, because of his political ambitions, which is the whole point of the case. Killing the story, hiding the payments, all of that. Again, not necessarily, I mean, not illegal, right, to kill do catch and kills and you know, even falsify business documents, which is a misdemeanor normally in New York. It becomes a felony when you start involving campaign finance law, according to this case. And so doing all that and then falsifying documents and all that, all for the goal of becoming president, well, there's where the illegality lies, okay? Now, on that, Cohen was asked if he ever talked to Trump about whether he was concerned that any negative personal stories would come forward. Cohen responded by describing a conversation before the presidential campaign kickoff with Trump saying, you know, when all this comes out, just be prepared. It's going to be a lot of women coming forward. Oh, is there? And of course, we find out that, yes, there's 20 plus women who had, you know, made these sexual assault harassment allegations against Trump since then. So, yeah, he knew. Again, it would be understandable, at least, not that it would be a good thing, but it'd be understandable if he didn't want these stories to come out because, oh my God, it would hurt my family, Melania, endanger my marriage. But again, that's not the case here. As always with Trump, it is always just about himself. This is how Donald Trump views the other people in his life as replaceable, expendable. And so we shouldn't at all be surprised